Today there's something I want to set up. I want to set up a stew, which would be a Nigerian stew kind of. I need to put my thoughts together. I'll start from the scratch. I'm making a chicken sauce or a chicken stew. Means everything at the end of this stew, when it's done, tasted and everything, it starts from now. The seasoning, the herb, and everything, the broiling, everything, just the broth, all of those things start from this moment. And I want to show you that so that you can, if you like, use the same method someday and make your life easier. Okay. I have chicken leg quarters, I have 2 packs, and I have drumsticks. This I don't have to do anything with. This is ready to go. They're cleaned. I'm just going to dump this in the pan, ready to go. The drumsticks are in. Now, the quarters, what I'll do with the like quarters, I like quarters. I'll show you a trick. See these ends? They're not bad. I cook these ends and I keep them. So the day I make like a quick sauce, they're in my freezer. I can always bring it out and I throw it in like a small pepper sauce for quick food. Chicken is all cut. Rinse the chicken. Where I'm from, we rinse chicken. And then you sanitize the kitchen after that. This is where we rinse all these things inside. We don't want all that in our food. Chicken is cleaned. This is it. Now I'm going to take this over to the table. I have 13 pounds of chicken. I throw in my onion. I don't want to waste your time. I already cut it. My onion. So I have rosemary, fresh, and thyme. I have more rosemary because that's the, how do I say it? The flavor I want more of. So that's why I have this rosemary. And this is enough, don't worry. Just this is good. I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of salt. I'm putting 2 tablespoons of garlic. I'm gonna stir that together. And after stirring, I'm making sure everything is combined very well. I'm going to put it in the fridge for 12 hours. I'm just gonna cook this and then show you the rest of the stew as we go. All right, time for it. On the stove, I'm adding 2 cups of water. I forgot to add ginger, so I'm going to add just 1 teaspoon. Then the Nigerian name, this is the same. The rodo that I'm adding, tatita, my chili pepper. I don't sit it in chili pepper all through that time of while it's marinating because I don't want it to be too much. And so I only add that at the point of cooking. 2, maybe 3. Nigerian in me is asking for more kick, something spicy. Yes, this should be spicy enough. Cover this and let it cook. Come back to it in about 15-20 minutes. It should be ready. Chicken is on the stove, still cooking. We'll take 2 trays. Add foil to each tray. Chicken is cooked. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now, take chicken out and put them in the tray. At this point, I have my oven on, set to broil. I'm broiling this chicken now. I could have done this whole cooking thing too in the oven, which is I could have put this chicken in the tray, cover it, and let it sit in the oven, 350 degrees, baking for maybe 25 minutes. But then I won't get a lot of the broth. I want broth, so that's why I cooked it in a pot. I cooked it inside the pot. Mo see in the pot can they get omi ẹran. Mo need omi ẹran yẹn. Omi ẹran yẹn gangan ni kókó. Ọbẹ̀ tí n fẹ́ sè yẹn. So now this is going into the oven at high temp, broil function. Remember, broil it. I don't fry my chicken. There's no way. I'm not frying. Broil does the same thing. Or if you have air fryer, but I don't think you can put this many pieces in the air fryer. So you need a bigger space like an oven. And if you don't have an oven, you can fry it. Or if you have an air fryer, you can just do it in bits. But I would advise you use an oven for large quantity. Now come back in 15. Turn both trays, take them out and turn them over so the other side will broil as well, and then we'll be ready to cook after that. While waiting for the chicken to broil, we'll get this broth ready for the stew. And there we have it, a clean broth for this stew. Going to turn this and put it back in the oven. See that lovely dark side? Looks like just like you fried it. Don't fry it again, no, but hey, it's up to you. Progress. This is what your chicken would look like when it's completely done. And this is a broiled chicken. Sati dín chicken tó báyìí sí. Ó ká wá síbẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ n fi bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa síbẹ̀ yẹn wọ̀nyí. Onion ready. Bell pepper ready. Red bell pepper. No onion inside. No tomato or tomato. Nothing is inside. Just red bell pepper blended. And for the oil, I'm starting off with the oil in my stock. See that oil right there? I'll skim that oil off. Normally I freeze this and I can take it off easily when it's cold, but because of time I'm just going to skim this. Don't worry, we use low heat so it's not going to burn. Some people expect it to burn. No. So we're taking the fat off of this, and that's what we're starting with. We'll throw the onion inside and saute this onion. As you can see, we're getting there. Low heat, I mean, I'll say medium heat or low. Medium to low. Medium. Nothing too high so it won't burn. And then at this point, I'm going to throw in some garlic. Let's add a little bit of garlic to that. Stir that for another minute, and then it should be ready for the next item. Garlic is cooked for a minute. I add some fresh thyme to this. And at fresh thyme, you don't want it to stay too long. Just a couple seconds. And at this point, I'm going to add the pepper. 4 cups of bell pepper blended. It's frozen. It's in the freezer. And then we leave this to cook for a little bit. Covered. And we'll come back to it. Okay, this is where we're at. That pepper is cooking just the way we want it, or the way I want it. This is the we, just me. I'm the only one in this kitchen. Now I'm going to add 1 can of tomato paste. It's a small can, it's like a 6-ounce can. Now we whisk that into it to incorporate it with the bell pepper. Same, it's making it thicker, but that's not what we want. So now that's done, I'm gonna have a few omi around DSC. I mean, we'll add some chicken broth. So I brought my measuring cup. I'm doing about 3 cups. Well, not about, I'm doing 3 cups. I'll add that to it. So whatever consistency you want in terms of thickness of the sauce is the amount of broth you add. Or you add more pepper, ground, blended pepper, oil, all those things. That's in, and we add a bit of chili to it. That's a tablespoon, that's 2. Sometimes the spirit is leading for more kick. 3. Don't forget we already added some to the chicken before, so we don't want this food to be too hot to handle or too hot to eat. Now we'll let that cook. Now this is where we're at. You can see the surface of this stew that I didn't add any more oil apart from the oil that came from the chicken. That thing that you hear people say, why is all Nigerian stew or Lagos whatever stew, why is it so oily? There's a different story to that one, but that's for another day. You don't need that amount of oil that you see in the stew that people cook. This is all the oil you need. And if your heart can take it, grab your vegetable oil, add a whole cup to it. It will help you. Just let you know. Alright, so this is where we're at. The thickness is not bad. That's nice. It's not running off the spoon completely. You can still see it's sticking. That's about what you want. So at this point, we taste it for salt. Add. That's usually perfect. I don't need to add any more salt. Now we add the chicken. The chicken is added. I'm just going to leave this low heat and let it just simmer until it's nice and thick, a little bit thicker than this, but that's all we want. We're not adding anything, no veggies, none of all that, just pepper and chicken. Okay, straightforward. And like I said from the start, the flavor I wanted, or that I want from the start, is what I'm getting, which is all the herbs are added from the start. The thyme, the fresh thyme, the rosemary, then garlic, all these things that I added. That's all I want. I don't want it to be complicated. So you can see, and I didn't even add any salt anyway after. I'm going to taste this. Yeah, I think I'm good. That is so good. Spicy. The cake that I want. That's perfect. And then just cover it and let it simmer. Should be ready in about 10 minutes. I am back, yo. I am back. Whatever. But I'm back. Look at that bubble. Look at that sheen on the top. That's all the oil you need. Just that sheen. That's all. There's no need for too much wahala. Oil stew. Oil soup. Why? See how thick this thing is now. Nice. What you make in here? I bet you so. And that's it. Try the recipe. If you follow it step by step and you try it and it doesn't come out right, leave a comment. Say something. Let me know. Thank you for watching. That's it.